In the US, the revenues which are creating the money for investing into the infrastructures are growing by 35%. In Asia as well by 38%. In Europe, we are shrinking by 10%. In the US, you have 320 million people living and you have 4 mobile carriers. In Asia, take China, you have 1.5 billion people living, you have 4 carriers. In Europe, in the 28 countries, we have 510 million population and we have more than 200 carriers. There's not enough room to survive with this huge competition which we have. We have a regulation which is by far too much embedded into our entrepreneurial acting. So I'm quite concerned that we as an industry are really capable with the strength which we had to build up, let's say, the infrastructure which is needed here in Europe. I think we have a systematic error in the political, in the regulatory approach that the ground of everything, the fundament of all this media world, the infrastructure is not developing as it should be.
We need deregulation, and we in Europe should have the possibility to team up forces and to use what we have to generate scale. Otherwise, also in the video business, we will end up being a dumb pipe.
I don't know much about bandwidths and how much we should have and how deep we should dig it. But I understand that for the consumer internet, it is very interesting and very necessary that we have a level playing field in Europe.
Our networks in the cities are not good enough in Germany. Who should pay for it? I mean, at the end, of course, the customer will pay for it. And the customer is paying for it also right, you said it, in the States. And I think what we have to do simply is, here we are on the same page, we have to get more opportunities to monetize our networks.
We have more than 2 billion copies downloaded of Angry Birds. It's the fastest growing brand on the planet ever. 93% of the population in China knows the brand. 9 out of 10 Americans know the brand. And we did this out of Europe. So I really don't see any reason why anybody else could do that. I mean, if we can do it, you know, anybody else can.
When I'm in Brussels, the only thing I'm asking politicians for is a level playing field. I would like to have to compete on the same ground, on the same level, with the same conditions, and having no disadvantage because I'm not an American firm or not a Chinese firm. If they would clean the battlefield for us, the rest has to be done by entrepreneurs and not by regulators.
The change which has to happen is deregulation.
We're happy to compete with anybody and love competition, but it has to be a level playing field.